Race 2 is a split handicap race, putting the fastest trucks off the back of the grid. The first group is led away by Peter Tagney's Bedford, and the second group of trucks, 15 seconds behind, is led out by Shane Gray and Troy Wheeler. So we watch them. The front runners already gone. They've got their green light. Safety cars pulled out of the way. And they're going in nicely, John. They're just comfortably sitting beside each other, wondering who's going to do what. And no one touches, thankfully.
Yeah, the old KM Bedford's not going so well this weekend. I think they've got a few injector problems there, blowing a lot of smoke, not sounding crisp like it used to. But hopefully they'll get that sorted before the end of the weekend, as Malcolm has a bit of a push there on the back of Troy Wheeler. Shane Gray giving him one back, so that's all good entertainment.
Yes, a little bit different in the back guys, the faster guys, the handicapped guys who are going around the track from the back, trying to catch these guys up the front. Well, this is what we wanted to see. Can Malcolm take him on the inside? How are Troy's brakes? He goes up, he ducks in, he's got the line. Troy has no answer for that, nothing he can do.
The hard thing about that is the trucks are governed to 100 mile an hour and they get to that and they stop, and if he's got the inside line you just can't turn in, so Troy was just hung out to dry there, one of those things.
Well, Bob Thompson panel and paint machine, it's a beautiful looking machine, it's purple, it's got shiny stacks up the back, and we know it's all about the bling when it comes to trucks, and it's all about the speed and horsepower as well, as we watch those fast boys get into the action. There is Terry McGee. We'll see if he can stay out of trouble when we come back with the truck racing from Timaru. Welcome back to Timaru for the truck racing, the thousands of horsepower, the big tyres, the big diesel smoke, the big noise, the big squeals, and Malcolm Little out there doing a great job, John.
Yeah, he's coming through the traffic there good. Kane Scott's given Troy Wheeler a bit of a curry up here. Don't know whether it's going to happen.
Well, here comes that limiter thing you've been talking about, first one to 100.
Yeah, and a little bit of a rub just to let Troy know I'm there, move over, mate, I'm caking the inside line, you have to outbrake me around the outside, which I don't know whether Troy can do, but hey, he does. Kane Scott, who's the current New Zealand V8 champion as well.
Why did Kane give up there?
Because he knew he wasn't going to make the corner on the inside without taking Troy out, and Kane's a reasonably gentleman driver, so he's not going to do that for no reason. He'll just bide his time and do it then. All
right, well, you saw the nice close-up action of over 5 tonne of truck going side by side, a bit of paint rubbing. And hey, the trucks still look clean, so they didn't rub that wet. Troy's just going nuts, isn't he, this weekend?
Yeah, he loves that sideways movement, and he's driving very, very well this weekend, and the truck's going extremely well too, but Kane's starting to get a little bit impatient here behind him at the moment.
Well, here we go. We're watching the handicap situation unfold before us. We've got Troy, we've got Kane. They go down the inside into turn 1, and it is bumper to bumper for the big boys of motorsport. And there, even Shane Gray managed to... Now, he would have gone around on turn 1. That was courageous.
Yeah, big time around the outside there, quite brave. He's just getting into this. He hasn't got his good motor in his truck this season. Still waiting on that for next season, so he's doing a very good job there as well. Very blinged up, that truck, though.
Yeah, it is blinged up, and it seems like Kane Scott got the leap off Troy coming onto the back straight, and he's going to take the inside. Yeah, he is. He set him up for that, and we're looking at plenty of... Troy's just letting him know that he is still there, though.
Yeah, quite a lot he's letting him know. We saw Darren Thompson's truck go through there just a second ago. There it is once again. That truck's still got a manual transmission in it. That guy's changing gears every time, whereas the rest of them are automatics, where you change gears without the clutch, you just bang him through. His one's still got an old Road Ranger in it, and he's bashing him through.
Well, he's bashing someone, and that someone is Malcolm Little, who managed to get the better of it. Oh, it's still going off-road, but Malcolm Little now has a clean pair of heels. He comes around to the start-finish line, and he does a great job. It is lap 3. It's the second race of the weekend, and it is all action with the trucks, and I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, Terry McGee's next on his list there. He said not that good a weekend so far, but Malcolm will probably get him very shortly. We've got a replay coming up.
Yeah, well, let's check out what was happening. Troy Wheeler, we look on board with him. We've got Kane Scott out there, and, well, yeah, just lost it really, didn't he?
Yeah, Ash Hay in the picture there now, and a beautifully prepared Red International. Looks very smart this season.
It looks very old school.
Yeah, it is old school, and so is Ash a little bit.
I didn't say that. You said that, not me. I hope he's bigger than you. All right, let's keep an eye on Malcolm Little. He's still trying to make some moves with Kane Scott close enough behind to keep the pressure on, and that's what he will be looking at, as well as trying to get past Terry.
Yeah, Terry's making it nice and hard for him. That Max beautifully prepared this year with a new bonnet and that new facelift look on it. As Malcolm goes up the inside across the grass, very sideways. That's brave, because that corner there, he's on the governor at 100 mile an hour. But Kane got a big winner out of that, as he has a big look up the inside of Malcolm. Can't quite do it this lap round.
Well, that was heart and mouth stuff for both spectators, officials, and the people behind the wheels in the trucks, because I saw one of the barrier tyres go flicking out onto the truck. I don't know if they'll yellow flag it. There it is there. They'll yellow flag, surely, even though it's a truck race, and they could probably go over the top of the tyre and not worry about it. I suspect a yellow should come out for that.
Yeah, definitely. That tyre is actually chained down, believe it or not, too, or was.
Well, I know who isn't chained down, and that's the marshals, and that's the problem we've got, because they leave the track when the trucks come out. How do they yellow flag it?
They don't. There's only the start-finish line. They'll have a red flag there and a waved yellow flag there as well, but nothing else out there, because these trucks get out of control. It's too dangerous for the marshals, so they all leave the infield.
Well, they all know the tyre's there anyway. They know that it was taken out nicely by Mr. Little. We watch Shane Gray still trying to keep Little off him.
Yeah, Shane Gray, big sideways out of the hairpin then.
Kane Scott enjoying himself in the well-used rig, the green machine. He goes around. I couldn't quite see the tyre there. It might have already been flicked off by someone else. Plenty of steam coming off Malcolm Little's machine.
Yeah, here's Troy Wheeler, big sideways through the corner, takes a big bit of curve in the outside. Shane Gray coming up and behind. Shane's going very well this time. Troy getting a bit of a hard time. And the smaller truck, smaller engine size, he's a B-class category truck, and as it's dried out, can't quite foot it with the bigger guys, although doing a wonderful job out there.
Yeah, well, sorry, now we see if Shane has managed to get the leap on him on the corner, and he has. There's the horsepower you're talking about.
Definitely, they get to 100 mile an hour, they sit even very close, but Shane's got the inside line. It's a big, brave move from Troy to hang around the outside there, and he took it. Whoa, bit of a touch there on Shane. Sends Troy out into the dirt. He'll be right. He'll cut back across in front of Shane. No worries there. They'll have a beer later.
They're over 5 tonne. I'm not going to debate who was in the wrong there.
No, that's just racing.
That's just racing when it comes to trucks. It was courageous by Troy to try and go around the outside of that one. And Shane hung him. I was surprised, though, at the difference in speed as they're going down the start-finish line. And Troy trying to get round Ash now, and he's still got Shane all over him.
Yeah, definitely. He'll try the inside-outside move here as Kane has a big look on Malcolm Little as going into turn 1. Has looked down the inside, see if he can line himself up to be on the inside line up the back straight.
He'll be setting him up, and he's done it well. Malcolm had no answer to that. He would have looked in his mirror, saw Kane coming, realised he couldn't pull across, and Kane has managed to get himself into the lead on the last lap. They go down the start-finish, and oh, Troy, he's getting dragged.
Yeah, definitely. This is a bit of a roadblock here with Ash Hay in the middle of it. Troy's right up behind. Shane round the outside. Troy just absolutely blocked there, nowhere to go. He'll try to go around the outside of Ash now, but unfortunately he's given that one away.
Oh, now what will happen? Can Troy keep it under control? No one's got any idea. Troy doesn't have any idea. It's hopeful. He's managed to do it. He's going to go on the inside of Ash. Now, I think Ash almost let him through. Said, I'm not getting any part of this.
Exactly. As Shane Gray runs very, very wide there, so Troy's not out of this yet.
All right, is he going to try and get him as they go around the last couple of corners? We know that Kane Scott's taken the checkered flag. It's going to be happening. Ash has gone tatas. Goodbye to him. There it is. There's the checkered for Kane, and it's his first win of the weekend. Kane Scott battles his way through for the win from Malcolm Little, and Shane Gray just edges out Troy Wheeler for third.